Well, it has been a great night. It has been a great night, and I want to sincerely appreciate everyone who has joined at one point or the other. But this is a promise I'm making to you. I am going to do a pre-recorded video and then post it on the Facebook channel and the YouTube channel at Mina by Sabofer, so you can get a better grasp of the content that we are to teach today. Okay, we are to look at situational awareness, the key to safety as individuals and organizations. But our network wasn't really a good one for us today. But that's not an excuse anyway. We've tried different platforms and we're making use of Facebook Direct right now. But the recorded version will make it easier for you to get the concept. But before we go into that, before I do that, let me just briefly state here that I was talking about the levels of awareness. The levels of awareness, talking about situational awareness, talking about a state of comatose, talking about the high alert stage, talking about the relaxed awareness stage, talking about the tuned out stage, and talking about the relaxed awareness stage. A number of stages that we see in situational awareness, and each of us will find ourselves in such state: the state of comatose, high alert, focused awareness, relaxed awareness, and tuned out awareness. Now let me do a little bit of this. Let me explain a little bit of this. In these particular levels where we have the tuned out, the person is tuned out totally. The person is tuned out totally. He is not aware of the things happening around. The predator can come up from anywhere and attack the person, and the person will not be aware. Before the person realizes him or herself, the damage has already been done. Then in the state of relaxed awareness, this is the state where basically everyone should be, where though you are relaxed, but you are conscious of what is happening around your environment. Okay, good evening, Fortune Iyara. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. And of course, the other state of awareness is the high alert awareness level, where this person's mind is totally at, working level, where you see adrenaline pumping at all the time. This person is definitely, just as the name implies, you are at high alert, you are always conscious. You are conscious at a level where anything that goes by, you wouldn't want to take it. And of course, the other level, which is the comatose level, this is where your awareness level has gone to the point of you've gone more than high, but right now you are in a state of shock. This is in a state of disbelief. This is in a state of, is this thing really happening to me? Like when some people encounter strange things, possibly accidents or armed robbery attack or kidnappings or any of these things. That state of quietness, that state of shock, that state of disbelief, that state of not being able to say or do anything is what is called the state of comatose. You are not able to function. So we have 5 basic levels: tuned out, relaxed awareness, high alert, and comatose. Of course, the tuned out, you're not paying attention, so you are vulnerable to attacks, and anything can happen when it happens because you're not aware. Steps that you would have taken to become safe will not be taken when you are in the relaxed state, which is in the yellow state. Yes, you are relaxed, enjoying yourself, but you are conscious, observing, orienting yourself, deciding, and taking action. That's the OODA loop, right? Then when you are the high alert level. At this point, all your senses, everything about you is totally focused on the danger or the threat. Now, at some point in time, we move from one level to another, just the same way you change gears for manual vehicles or for automatic vehicles. Now, if you were driving a manual car, for example, while you're driving and you are not aware of the things happening on the road and you are in a state of tuned out, when a child runs across the road, because you are in that state of tuned out, you are so enjoying yourself that you are lost in this environment. When that incident happens, by the time you bring yourself to the level of high alert, because at that point the danger is high, by the time you bring yourself to high alert, the threat must have already happened. The accident must have happened. You must have hit the child, knocked down the child with your car. Why? Because while you were driving, you were in a state of tuned out. Your level of awareness was nothing to write home about. So it is also for those driving. In fact, everybody, you can apply this for every situation you find yourself. So for every environment you find yourself, you ask yourself the question, what state should I be, so that if there is any threats, if there is anything that will make danger, if there is anything that will make something happen, how would I be able to react? So with the OODA principle, the observe, orient, make a decision, and of course act, it will help you in the states of awareness you find yourself. So when you are in the relaxed level of awareness, where you are enjoying life and yet paying attention, it will be easy for you to move on to the next level, which is focused, unlike when you are in the tuned out level of awareness, and then it's like changing gears automatically, because before you change from gear 1 to gear 2 to gear 5, you need to go to those levels. It is this just like that. Like you just say gear 1 is not paying attention, gear 2, okay, paying attention a little bit, paying attention, yes, but it has not been raised to a level of focus. Then when you get to focused awareness, you are now carefully observing potential threats. That is gear 3. Then gear 4, you are at high alert. Everything about you knows that danger is around, and you need to know that at that point anything can happen. And gear 5, when you are at the highest speed, where you can't control anything anymore, you will only be in shock and in disbelief, and this kind of things happen. So when you change gears, you don't change from gear 1 to gear 4. You don't change from gear 1 to gear 5. You don't change from gear 1 to gear 3. It's a gradual process. You go from gear 1, 2, and 3. It is the same with the levels of awareness. So wherever you find yourself, whichever environment you find yourself, your baselines should be basic. The baseline for the supermarket is not the same baseline for secondary school. The anomalies in supermarket is not the same for secondary schools. Anywhere you find yourself in an office environment, what are the baselines? What should be the anomalies, or what are the anomalies you see? Now, baselines, like I explained before now, and I will explain the pre-recorded video as well, are the things that happen within an environment, how behaviors are expected, what activities are expected in a particular place. So if you go to a school, what are the activities that are expected to take place? These are the things you have as your baselines. And when you go and you don't see those behaviors happening, then you begin to question those things through your observe, orient, and of course a decision and act. Okay? Situational awareness is key to spotting threats. If you followed my post before now, I said threats And incidents don't just happen. They have taken time. They've been planned by the assailants, whoever they may be, for that event or that damage to occur. Bomb blasts don't occur just like that. There are plans. Attacks don't happen like that. But if we are conscious of our environment, we will see things that are abnormal now. Seeing those things that are not part of what that society or what that environment should hold at that moment are the things that we should start taking a look at, simple things that can bring safety in organizations, as individuals, and even in our communities. So wherever you find yourself, being in the right frame of awareness and the right level of awareness should be your target. Of course, the one advisable is to be in the relaxed awareness where you are enjoying your life, yet paying attention to your environment. Not even in the tuned out stage, the tuned out level of awareness where you don't have an idea of what is happening. You see people lost in their phones, walking in the road, even at dark places. You don't care. You go to a place, you don't even know the environment, and you are so lackadaisical about your personal security and the security of your friends and your brothers and your sisters, your family members. That is not the level. Situational awareness says we are being aware of our environment, and not just being aware of our environment. That awareness is in relation to people, with things, and the threats that could come from your interaction with this environment. So the car you are walking past that is parked by the roadside in your environment, have you seen it before? Do you notice the people who are always in your environment? Have you noticed the faces that come to your environment? Who are these faces? Who are they? Where do they live? Are they friends to anybody there? Do you ask such questions? Welcome, Basi. Thank you very much for joining. Do you ask such questions? These are the things that bring your level of awareness to a place where you question some certain things and you don't take things for granted. You don't take things for granted. Situational awareness tells you don't take things for granted. You need to observe. You need to take information. You need to analyze this information. And this information will enable you to take decisions, and you'll be able to act on those decisions. And when you act on those decisions, it will help to avoid unwarranted attacks, unwarranted catastrophic events, and even mitigate their impact. You see someone carrying a bag and you've not seen him in that area before, or you see him carrying a bag and the way he's looking is out of normal from the people that should stay in such environments. So we're saying be aware of the things happening in your environment, and of course understand these levels of awareness and always key yourself in this awareness. It is always advised to be in the relaxed level of awareness where while you're enjoying your life, you are still taking a look at the things happening around you. And then you heighten it to the focused level of awareness where when you have noticed some things after observing, after paying attention and analyzing, when you now understand that this particular incident or this particular action that is happening shouldn't be happening here, your baselines and your anomalies. All right? So that is the much I can do this night. Like I promised, I'm going to do a recorded version. The network really didn't allow us to do any of these, so you can also ask your question. But I promise you, there's going to be a recorded version of this class, and it's going to be posted on Facebook and on YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube channel at Minaba Isebofa. The name on Facebook, the same on Facebook. All right. I am the Chief of Protocol, Shield Field Protocol Nigeria Limited, a company saddled with the responsibility of providing etiquette, protocol, and a close protection services. Now, all our services are provided with style, elegance, and class, and of course, with a touch of humanity. Like our Facebook page at Shieldfield Pro, Twitter, Shieldfield Pro, and of course, follow us on Instagram at Shieldfield Pro, where we put daily tips on how you can become effective as a protocol officer, as a close protection executive, and of course, in building and enhancing the image of your organization. And that is what we do. So book a session with us. You can reach us on our numbers 0813-705-4211 and 0802-170-7812. On the pre-recorded video, all our details will be spelled out. But do us a favor, follow us on our social media platforms and get sufficient information. Of course, to get deeper into these things we are saying, you can also register at Shieldfield Academy, where we will take you by the hand to understanding some of these concepts. How to become a 5-star protocol officer, executive protection agent, and of course, being someone who is professional to the teeth because of the way you do your things. A lot of things out there is waiting for you when you register with us at Shieldfield Academy. Thank you once again, and we want to sincerely apologize. The network was not really good with us, but all the same, it has been a good time. Always be conscious of your environment, always be conscious of the things that are happening around you, so that you would not say, had I known. If I had known. In situational awareness, 1 minute, 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 seconds is such a big time. It is either you take left or you take the bank, which is good for you. And in situational awareness, we try as much as possible not to allow the event happen and then we respond. Responding to an attack is much more difficult than preventing it or avoiding it. So that is what situational awareness is all about, and we will go into deeper aspects of this as you join us. Thank you so much for joining us. Alfred, Christopher, thank you so much for joining us. Bassett, thank you for joining us. Fortune Oyawa, thank you for joining us, and every other person who joined us today. My name is Minabai Seibofa. See you next time. Bye-bye.